First, you cannot do that if you cannot rob the body of Evi if you don't have the control of the people in the cemetery who are going to lie. No, we moved the body there in the mass grave, then it's not in mass grave, and you know, you have to like have the control of these cemetery officials. You don't just go to the cemetery and rob the body, you know, like. Because then the official will say, no, we don't know where is the body. But they say, no, we moved it there in the mass grave, and they didn't. So they lied. That means they know who took the body. There's somebody who is like, they are scared of to talk, and so they are making up lies. You understand? There's somebody who is controlling, who have control over the people who worked for that cemetery in Figueras. And you are telling me that the people who made it possible that Evi would be in 10 hours, that she could be in about 10 hours in Portbou, kidnapped there and hanged 8 o'clock in the evening. The people who could organize all of that are not connected with the people who stole the body and who scared the cemetery officials not to talk about it and to make up lies. Do you understand? Or the false testimony of Carmina Cole that was never challenged. Nobody said, you know, like, the people that work in the crimes, Carlos Porta and his people there, they had all the documents of Guardia Civil. And they never said that they said the Austrians left the Portbou, but never said that the Austrians just went 30 kilometers to the south in this San Pedro de Pescador and stayed there in the camping. This big camping, and there was surveillance by the Guardia Civil. So Guardia Civil said, we never saw nothing suspicious. But if the Austrians did anything to do with the kidnapping or murder of Evi Rauter, there would be like some evidences in the van and stuff. If they just went north half a kilometer and passed the frontier, they would be out of the jurisdiction of Guardia Civil. Right? So that would be a logical thing to do. Everybody would do that. No, they stayed there. And nobody was talking about it until these facts came out. But this journalist and the Carlos Porta and his equipe of crimes, they never mentioned the red van of Austrians that was parked outside, including the Jesus Varela, who never talked about knocking on that van, you know. He never mentioned the van, he never mentioned other things. He mentioned what the people who were in the production of that program tell him to count, or they have cut it out the part they wanted to put there, you know, but I mean, this is like intentional, you know, like the people who murdered Evi Rauter, they have control over this investigation, local investigators who work for the newspapers, of the TV crews who are making documentary about Evi Rauter. They have the control over the cemetery in Figueras. And this is connected, you know. Disappearance of Evi Rauter in Italy, her death in Portbou, and the disappearance of her body. It's all one event. It's all done by the same people. And all the lies that they're fabricating and putting out there are also done by these people influencing other people what to publish there. But what I'm presenting you is just you can watch it for yourself. But don't believe the official version. It's totally fabricated. You understand? It's totally fabricated.